Hey guys, this is updates on the Range Rover repair job, timing chain. So this is where we are now. And I wanted to point out something very important if you're doing this job, okay? You see this crankshaft. I had to take the other half off. It's sitting over here. It helps you get your bolt in. You can, if you have a deep socket, it uses a 24. If you have a deep 24, you might not need to take off this half. I had to take it off because I have a shallow 24. So it's the bolts. It's a Torx. Can you see it? It's a Torx bolt. So take it off. I use this is a T47. So take it off. Then I had to struggle because nobody told me that this bolt here is taking off counterclockwise. It's not like any other crank of every other vehicle. If you want to tighten it, you have to go counterclockwise. Like normal bolts, this is loosening normal bolt. But you can see it's going back in. So if you want to loosen it, you have to go clockwise, which is this way, and that's how it comes out. I was fighting this thing. I was wondering, was it welded on? But I was actually tightening it. So you can see I'm going clockwise and it's coming out. And there you go. That's it. And before you loosen it, you can see where the special tool slides in into the crankshaft teeth, and you kind of find you a bolt and hold it down. And that's how you hold that down. This side is for timing, for the reluctant wheel. Do not use that to hold the crankshaft, or you will damage the reluctant wheel. And then your vehicle will not be able to read where the position of the crankshaft. And then you will have to pull this engine. So don't use that. Take off the starter. This is the starter hole. So I took off the starter. It's held by 3 bolts. Took it off. Very easy to take off. And then you install these bolts and it holds the crankshaft. Now that I've taken this pulley off, I'm going to take it back off because I need to be able to rotate the engine. So I'm going to take this off in a few minutes. So this is what we have here. You can see. So I have gotten the belt, the fang clutch off. Got the belt, the pulleys, the tensioner, a couple of things off here. So now I'm going to be taking off this next. Okay, I'm probably gonna take off this to put some seal over here. Not nails, but to reseal it because it's leaking oil, and it makes no sense for me to do all this job and not fix that leak. So I'm going to take it off so I can fix that leak, and then I'm going to take off this pulley here. Okay, this pulley here is going to off because I'm going to take off that front cover, and I'm going to take off all that sensors. Next stage, this is where I am. I'm about to remove this pulley. So I'm basically using my regular multi-purpose pulley. You can see how it is. It's this triangle looking one. I kind of use a few bolts to make a washer, and it has a long extended going through it. It has a long shaft. It's a skinny one, and it's kind of hard to see. If you look through there, you will see the bolts here, but in front of that bolt, you can find you one that has this. This goes into the crankshaft front, where the bolt goes in, and then the hollow end of the nut looks like this, and it will. Let me show you guys. It will just slide in like this, and then you put the bolt in through, And that's what's in what I have here. You can't see it, but that's what is there. So now all I have to do is put my socket here and start turning. And the pulley is coming out. You see it? That's the rod. And that's it. It's out. Crank pulley in all its glory. Crank pulley gave me head. You can see I got the all this area cleared up and ready to remove the injectors. On this side, I also has taken everything off as well. You can see it. So I ordered the tool to pull these injectors because they're very, very tough. They're long. I pulled out the rail. This is what it looks like. You see what it looks like? Very long. This one came out with the rail on the right side, but the rest are in there and they're hard in there. So this is how deep it travels. It's direct injected. So that's it. Goes here. Just move this line to this side. The battery cover that stays here. You don't have to take this whole thing off. I see a lot of people take the whole fuse box. It breaks away right here because they know you're gonna have to access this, and they made it, surprisingly, they had enough sense after all the other things they have jam-packed in here, but they had mercy on us that has to repair this and make a way for you to just take this side off and you can access this whole side. And it's the same over there. That side is a little bit tighter, but this side is more freer. So now I can already loosen all this. This is out. It's just the injectors are holding it. You can't take it off. I already loosened everything. So like I said, I ordered the tool, but the injector is going to be coming in on Monday. Today is Friday, so I'm not going to mess with this until Monday. So we're going to just continue taking all this off and labeling them. I have to label them, make sure they go back exactly. This is going to be labeled as intake. Intake, right intake. This is right exhaust. These sensors, all these things are going to be taken off and labeled. And you don't have to take any of this off. You're going to take off this front cover here. I already taken off this I think it's air pump or something that runs here. And then I'm gonna take off this pulley for the power steering, and that's it. The rest stays. All right. Okay. There's another hurdle that many videos I see will not tell you. Okay, taking off this power steering pulley. Okay, you can't just take off these bolts and then it pops off, you wiggle it. No, I took off the bolts. It's 3 of them, 10 millimeter holding that pulley, and still I wiggle, use a pry bar, try to pry lightly. It still will not come off. I had to use, you can see I have my pulley, my other type of pulley that has, you need this type of pulley with a grabber. It has this, it grabs the outside, and on the inside it has this that piece that I was telling you guys earlier. So you need that as well. That's the only way, and it was still tight. You have to keep pulling. I was questioning myself if at this point I didn't see anything else holding it, but it broke loose and he was able to pull it out. So just be prepared that you're going to pull that out with a pulley. It's not going to come off easily. All right, update. So due to I don't have this, I went ahead and I was able to still get the top front cover off, and then I got the bottom off. I'm not bothering doing anything on this side. But you can also see how I mark them: left intake, left exhaust, left low, left top. And that way, if you take them off, but you don't have to take this off. You can actually leave this on and take these two off. And of course, I'm sure this only goes in one place, but I marked it anyway. So I got everything off. What I can see right now is this is the guide. This is the plastic that goes with the guide, and you can see it had dropped, it had moved. I was able to, I think there's a tension on it right now. I can't move it. It's supposed to end over here, but it has fallen all the way to the bottom here. So I was able to push it up and down, but I think there's tension on it now. Okay, it's moving. I'm bringing it up, but there's some tension on it, so I'm not gonna too bother with it. But that's the one I can see. And you can see here that space where they're supposed to take off, now the chain is clashing on the metal part, and that's what causes those noise that you see. So this is the problem that these cars are notorious for. This is why we have to do all these things to come back and correct the engineer's mistake. Okay, so this is where I'm at. We're gonna end it for today, and Monday pull the injectors and I will continue where we left off. So we are making progress.